This is going to be a video about my wife's get home kit that I made for her. She has about a 10-mile um, commute to work, and in case of some sort of problem where she was afoot, this is the kit I've put together for her to help her to get home. Um, the overview here is it's a very small backpack. I would say it's a children's backpack, but I got it at the in the travel section at Walmart for like 11 bucks. Then there's a large butt pack, Mystery Ranch butt pack. There's a hiking staff, and then there is uh, a simple, soft string backpack that's really more to carry stuff than in the car than it is to actually be carried on the hike home. So let's get into it and see what we have. First is the hiking staff I made. It's actually made from a couple of store-bought hiking staffs, and what I've done is I've taken collapsible hiking staffs and I've made them rigid by the use of rivets. And then on the top here I have a piece of PVC pipe, PVC pipe that hides a dog sticker, and that's what I call it. It's a file that I have JB welded in and sharpened to make a rudimentary spear. And the only purpose of this is to fend off dogs. The route that she'll be taking will have her taking the woods as much as possible, but it'll skirt some suburbs and some neighborhoods. And the biggest concern I have as far as wildlife goes is stray dogs, over aggressive dogs. So that's what her hiking stick is for more than anything. Next is this little I call it a wearables bag. It's a little soft bag, a drawstring bag that you can then use the two separate drawstrings as a backpack. And actually my plan is that she would take the items in this wearables bag and then wad up the bag and stuff it into one of the other bags that she'll be carrying with her. And inside the wearables bag is, sure enough, wearables. This is a camouflage raincoat. It would be good not only in rain but also if it was a little chilly. And it's a fairly good camouflage. Picked it up at the thrift store. And then it's just a black baseball cap. Just something to kind of, if there's any inclement weather, to keep rain out of her eyes, and a dark color. And then there's a water bottle and a little inexpensive holder. Those all come in this bag, and like I said, the bag then gets wadded up and either chucked or thrown into her other backpacks. Next is the small backpack. It is a true backpack. Like I said, it's very small. You could say child size, but my wife is very small. The back of the backpack has a little pocket, and inside I have a map that I made that highlights the route that she would take. And for OPSEC, we won't go into that, but we will look into the bag and see what else we got. In this front pocket, I only have two items. That's a mosquito head net, which will work well over that baseball cap, and some Max DEET. We live in Florida, and mosquitoes, yellow flies can really be a nuisance here. Inside the main bag, the main pocket, are some granola bars, some bottled water, a life straw. If you've never used one of these, there's plenty of videos about it. Basically, it's a straw. You can stick this into dirty water and make it drinkable. You don't have to filter it into another container. You can either put water in a ditch or in a river into a container and suck this out, or you can suck right out of the river or stream or ditch. Does not work on salt water, but that should not be a problem for my wife's route. Another granola bar. Chem lights. Cheap chem lights, not very expensive at all. One of those survival wraps, very noisy, but if you're cold or in shock. Now here's probably the most important item that she's got, and that is a good pair of wire clippers. These are the Cobalt, which is the Lowe's house brand, and I tested them after I bought them. These will clip chain link. Now here's why this is important. In a shtf situation, her job is to get home as quickly but as safely as possible. And the safest route, and probably also the quickest route if she's on foot, is going to be as much of a straight line through, in our situation, woods and swamp. But there's going to be fences. There's even a fence on the interstate, and she has to cross an interstate. Wire cutters is an item that I just see neglected in far too many get-home bags. You're going to be going through people's fences. It's a lot easier to go through than it is to go over. And in a SHTF situation, my instructions to her is tear it up. If things get better, I'll be glad to pay for it. But in the situation that we're talking about, I don't care if she tears up somebody else's fence. I just want her to get home. So the wire cutters are important. And then I've got this plastic container just full of all kind of items that it was easier to put into a hard plastic container to keep them from getting crushed and to keep them together. And we'll go through that on its own. One more granola bar and a large contractor's garbage bag. Now, I said earlier, her walk home is only going to be about 10 miles, but she needs to be equipped for an overnight, maybe two. With this survival wrap and with this garbage bag, she can make a fairly warm sleeping bag or sleeping situation. It may not be super comfortable, but it'll keep her warm at night, and that's what I'm going for there. Alright, let's look in the hard case and see what we've got. We've got some first aid items, some pain reliever, some ointments, Benadryl, very important for stings and bites, very important. Some anti-diarrheal, just in case that rears its ugly head. I've got a razor blade, chapstick, a lighter, some safety pins, a flashlight that clips onto the cap, LED light, a mirror, one of those survival type mirrors that you see in survival kits, a compass, and she knows how to use it, a whistle, sundry bandages, moleskin. I probably need to put a little bit more moleskin in there just in case. And then, and I think this is very important, a Sawyer extractor. If you're not familiar with this, this is a very good item for snake bite, bad bee stings, any kind of poisonous bite. When I say very good, actually nothing's good except for not being bit to begin with. But if you do get bit by something, if you use this quick enough, it will pull a lot of the poison out. I mentioned that we're in Florida. There's always a concern about snakes. And I have these items, I have these snake bite kits. I have them all over my property. I've seen them used in the Marines, and they work. and I wouldn't go out without one. So that's what's in this hard case. Next is the butt pack, or the fanny pack. Now this is a uh, fanny pack from Mystery Ranch, fairly old one. Um, and I have added some straps to it so that not only can it be worn as a fanny pack, but it can be thrown over the shoulder and can be worn several different ways. Um, let's open it up and see what we have inside. Alright, in the front pouch I have a flashlight, LED flashlight, a inexpensive pocket knife, and some um, cayenne spray, some pepper spray. Inside the main pouch I have some MRE toilet paper and some inexpensive um, face masks in case there's smoke, such as fire or something like that. I have some more food. I have another bottle of water. Now notice that I've done a kind of, I've separated the gear a little bit so that, let's say for some reason she gets one of the bags but not another. There's still a little bit of food and water in either bag. I have a emergency poncho. I have a pair of military gloves that fit her. These are pilot's gloves with a nice, they're Nomex with nice leather um, palms and fingers. I have some cordage. It's bright yellow, but I figure if she's having to tie something, she's not really camouflaging herself. And then I have a tourniquet and an ace bandage in case she twists an ankle. These are all keeping in mind different scenarios that I think might come into play. As I said when I was talking about the hiking stick, I worry about wild dogs as far as any kind of predator she might run into. I worry about her hydration. She's got 3 bottles of water and then a way of getting more water as she goes. Um, she's got the method to fight the bugs. She's got her map. She's got 3 different light sources. She's got rudimentary first aid and emergency first aid, such as the bug spray and the snake bite kit, the anti-diarrheal. She's got navigation, the map and the compass, and she's got tools. She carries a Leatherman on her person, a small Leatherman, and she's got these wire cutters and a knife. I feel pretty good about this for a 10-mile get-home kit. Um, like I said, she's a small lady. She's not going to carry a lot of weight. I feel like this will get her home. Her job isn't to camp out and to take her time. Her job is to get home as quick as she can. All right, there you have it. If you have any questions or comments, I welcome them. Thank you.